Hi guys, my name's Alex. I'm an online personal stylist and I'm sharing all of my best fashion and beauty tips to help you discover your best style. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the spring and summer 2021 trends, and I'm also going to show you how I have translated some of these trends into my own wardrobe, because sometimes what we see on the runways we might like, but it's a little unwearable if you're just going to the grocery store or grabbing coffee or something. So I'm going to show you guys my interpretation of these trends into everyday looks. One thing I want to mention before we jump in is that there were two sort of overarching general themes that I saw between multiple designers, and the first one being the idea of work from home comfort. Molly Goddard and Balenciaga both featured house slippers in their runway shows, which I think just really speaks to the times that we're in. I'm not saying you should wear house slippers out and about, but I just think they kind of wanted to give a nod to what's happening in the world with COVID-19 and where most people are at as far as style. A lot of us are wearing athleisure, a lot of us are wearing loungewear. The other sort of overarching theme that we saw were bold colors and florals. And in the words of Miranda Priestley, florals for spring, groundbreaking. It's a cliche for a reason. Bright colors and florals come around, I think, every spring and summer season. And so, of course, we saw a lot of that throughout these different runway shows. So, trend number one is mixing athleisure with polished pieces. Seen at Rodarte and Prada were matching sweatshirt and skirt combos, and I really loved Rodarte's look for spring because they brought out the florals, and I loved the sandals. Celine added a zip-up sweatshirt over a floral printed dress, and I think this is probably a really easy look for anyone to emulate. You can just use one of your favorite zip-up hoodies and throw it over a cute little spring dress that you've got lying around. So the example that I put together for this trend is this really beautiful pleated midi skirt that I got from Target. Love Target. And I've paired it back with a Friends graphic sweatshirt, and I believe I got this sweatshirt from Lunchbox. I love Friends, it's one of my favorite TV shows, and so I just loved this combo. And also you'll notice that in the styling of this look, I actually folded the sweatshirt under and tucked it into the band of my bra. I wanted to show off the waistline of this skirt to give me more of that hourglass illusion, because I found when I just wore the sweatshirt hanging straight down, I had no shape and I felt like a little frumpy in the look, honestly. So doing this was a great hack to create a waistline. If you're not comfortable with something quite so cropped, you can always just grab like a thinner sweatshirt to tuck into something. You just have to watch how much bulk you add into a waistband, because it could get a little lumpy and bumpy and look kind of weird. So just watch that, and you could also just front tuck something as well, just to create a little shape. To finish off this look, I actually paired it back with my running sneakers from Adidas. And I know that this is not going to be for everyone, pairing a literal running athletic sneaker with a skirt, but I thought it looked really good and I thought it was a really fun play on this trend. But if it doesn't speak to you, if you're not loving the running sneaker, then you can always do either a flat or you can do a leather sneaker. I love leather sneakers, especially in white, because they don't look like you're going to the gym. They look like a more elevated casual piece. So for that reason, I think they're a great staple in anyone's wardrobe, no matter what color, but I do think white is a great place to start, and I think a white sneaker would look great with this outfit. So trend number two is wide leg or baggy trousers and jeans. At Schiaparelli and Fendi, we saw wide-legged trousers as part of a suit, and I felt like these were very 90s inspired, but I really loved them. I thought they were super chic, and I love that they did a three-piece suit at Fendi. I thought it was really crisp and clean. So if you're liking this wide leg or baggy pant trend, but you're a little shy and you're not sure you're ready to part with your skinny jeans yet, I recommend going for something like seen at Bottega Veneta and at Saint Laurent. They did a slim down version of a wide leg pant, so they're more fitted through the thigh, and then they kind of flare out a bit through the hem. And if you love boho fashion just as much as I do, you're gonna fall so hard for this example by Etro. So Etro is featuring some really cool baggy jeans with some distressing, and this look was my favorite of all of them, and this is the look that mainly inspired my my outfit that I created for my wardrobe for this trend. For this look, I've got on these cropped wide leg Veronica Beard jeans. The reason I love these wide leg pants so much is, one, I think it's a good switch up from skinny jeans that we've all been wearing for so long. Two, they're actually really comfortable. So going from like leggings and athleisure and loungewear and all that, it's, you know, it's a little hard to get yourself into the stiff denim or, you know, the really tailored trousers or something. You still kind of want a little comfort. So I feel like the wide leg pants are a really good in between happy medium. So I've paired these jeans with an Alice and Olivia pink satin cami. I'm really loving these camis. This is also a piece I got not too long ago, and I'm really about to buy them in every single color because I think they're the perfect wardrobe staple. I think you can layer them up or wear them on their own. And I've decided to layer it up here with this kind of retro printed blazer, also from Alice and Olivia. And I feel like the Etro look featured kind of a cool retro printed blazer, which is why I decided to go ahead and grab one from my closet as well. And I love to pair the pink cami with this because I think it really brings out that kind of pink tone that's in the pattern of the blazer. To finish off the look, I paired it with Vince Mules, and I love to do nude shoes when I'm doing a wider leg silhouette because I'm on the shorter side. I have really short legs in particular, so I love anything that will make my legs and my frame look longer, and a nude shoe will definitely do that because it doesn't break the eye line. So I love wide leg pants so much that I've actually decided to do a second look for this trend. And both of these pieces are from Alice and Olivia. As I'm sure you will quickly find out, Alice and Olivia is one of my favorite brands. I just love the aesthetic of their brand. And I thought that these trousers were just so cool, and I love that it's the same grid print in the top and bottom, but the black and white is just switched. So I think it's just super chic and modern. I love the big statement bow on this blouse. And the other reason that I wanted to show you guys this look is actually because something that I saw a lot on the runways was this monochromatic black and white, and the reason I would not necessarily consider that a trend is because I feel like black and white is so classic that, I don't know, I just don't really consider it a trend. I think it's something that's been around forever and will continue to be around forever. So just wanted to throw that out there, that it was seen a lot on the runways, but I'm not really considering it a trend myself. Trend number 3 is oversized button downs. Coperni did an oversized button down with this really unique and I would say almost a little sexy off the shoulder look. We also saw from Valentino and Balenciaga oversized button downs in these really fun pops of color. So the image for Balenciaga is a bit dark, which I do apologize for, but I just was so loving this fun, vibrant neon orange. And I also was really loving the styling of it, how they did it off the shoulder. For my example outfit, I grabbed this polka dotted oversized button down that I got a while ago from Pretty Little Thing. And I decided to pair it with these BP biker shorts, because the Coperni look featured some bike shorts, and the other two looks also had shorts, not necessarily bike shorts, but they did pair it back with shorts. So I kind of wanted to stick with that. I decided to go ahead and pull it off the shoulder a bit. Again, just for that show of skin. I was just really loving that look. For shoes, I actually decided to go ahead and stick with the Vince Mules for this look. The satin in the button down is a little dressier, and then I've paired it with a really casual bike short. And so again, kind of playing on that mix of athleisure and more polished pieces, I wanted to throw on a heel so it didn't feel too casual. You could totally do a sneaker with this. I think like an athletic sneaker with this would be amazing. If I'm just running errands, that's probably how I would style it. But just to dress it up a little, I decided to go for the mules. And also again, I love to lengthen my frame. Trend number 4 is a big one, and it is lingerie inspired pieces. So I have kind of a couple things to talk about that I think fall under this category. The first of which is bras as tops, or bralettes as tops. Etro featured a lot of bralettes as tops. They often were doing them in matching sets, which I'm a huge fan of. It makes getting dressed like so much easier. So this first example is just a bralette paired with this matching skirt. And the second one is actually a scarf that's been tied as kind of a like bralette type style. I feel like this is going to be something that's easier for people to emulate in their current wardrobes without having to go buy a bralette or a bralette set. At Emporio Armani, they showed a strapless bralette and they layered over top a sheer dress, which I think is a great, slightly more covered up way to test out this trend. To be quite honest, I don't mind showing a little skin. I like to be a little more covered up, and that is just my personal preference. You know, if you are wanting to try out this trend, all the power to you. But since this particular trend doesn't speak to me, I just decided that I was not going to give an example of this outfit because I think with trends, it's so easy to get caught up in the trends, and I think you should always follow your personal style. So for me, I will be incorporating some of these trends into my already existing wardrobe because that wardrobe reflects my personal style, and these trends I can kind of work with and make pieces feel fresh and new. But I don't think you necessarily have to run out and buy every single new trend just for trend's sake, if you will. A really big trend that I was seeing in a lot of shows was netting, and no, I am not talking about fishnets. So at Longchamp and Acne Studios, they layered netted fabrics under their looks for added texture and interest, and I was really loving especially the Longchamp look. I just thought it was really cool and kind of edgy. And at Balenciaga, they featured what I consider to be a chainmail-esque layer of netting over a bodysuit, which I think is a super cool look, and I think buying kind of a netted dress like this would give you a lot of versatility and layering possibilities in your wardrobe, because you could put it over something like this, like a bodysuit, or you could put it underneath a dress and let it kind of peek out the bottom. I think that would be really cool too. Also at Fendi, they showed a coat that was done in a netted fabric, and this is a really easy finishing layer for the warmer months because it's not going to be bulky and it's not going to be really hot when it's hot outside, but it's still going to give you an extra layer. So I didn't really think that I would actually be able to show you this trend either, but I dug through my closet and I remembered that a couple seasons ago I actually bought this crocheted top and pant set that was supposed to be a swimsuit cover-up. And so I took the top portion of that and I layered it over this really pretty blue and white maxi dress that I have. And I thought that this was kind of a genius way to incorporate this trend. And I feel like it just goes to show you that you really can recreate a lot of these trends just from what you have in your wardrobe. You really don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money to keep up with these trends. So the last sort of sub-trend, if you will, under lingerie-inspired look is something that's being called midriff flossing. And really what this is just strings, I guess you could call it, or ties, that either come from your top or from the bottom, and they wrap around your midsection. For this first example, it's this dress from Victoria Beckham, and I'm seriously obsessed with this dress. I think it's a really modern, kind of sexy take on a little black dress without being over the top. I've also got this look here by Michael Kors, and I think this was one of the more wearable versions of this trend. Lastly, I've got this look by Supriya Lili, and I think she did a really lovely, again, more wearable version of this trend. The pop of color is also so perfectly on trend, and I think the light floaty layers give it a more ethereal quality. And I know that by the time you're watching this, Valentine's Day is probably going to be over, but I think that this would be a really amazing look for Valentine's Day. So like with the last trend, I also was thinking that I would not be able to do an outfit for this particular trend, but I dug deep in my closet and I found this top that I have not worn in years, that I've just been keeping around, I guess, and it's got this completely open lace-up back. Ties were long enough that I was able to wrap them around my waist and tie them in the back. With this look, I paired it with these white wide leg linen pants that I also got from Target. I do love to shop at Target. The reason I feel like this look worked so well was simply because the wide leg pants are more covered up, and so having the kind of bare midsection I feel like is a really good balance. Depending on where I end up wearing this look out to, I've also decided that I might throw on this denim jacket that is from Alice and Olivia, because the back of this top is completely open, and so you know, again, it just really depends on where I'm going for that day wearing this outfit. I may or may not add the jacket. And as I have worn in many other outfits, I decided to just throw on those Vince Mules again. I'm really loving those. They're one of my favorite like spring summer shoe options. So trend number 5 is sequins, and we saw a lot of sequins on the runway, and this was actually a trend that was forecasted back in 2018. So I've got this look here by Celine. It's this beautiful sequin dress that they decided to team with a sporty baseball hat and sneakers, which I thought was just a super cool take. And lastly, there is this sequin suit by Chanel, which I was drooling over. I'm really in love with this set. I would honestly buy this set just to wear to the grocery store if I had the money. That is how much I love it. So I looked through my wardrobe and I actually don't own anything sequin. I know for a lot of people, wearing sequins during the day might seem a little scary and a little too dressy, but as long as you're pairing it back with really casual pieces, you're going to be able to create a really fun and daytime appropriate look. Last but not least, trend number 6 is floaty maxi dresses. And these maxi dresses are coming in mainly sheer fabrics, as we see at Valentino, Emporio Armani, and Alberta Ferretti. These are just some of my favorite floaty maxi dresses that I saw on the runway. I was really loving the pops of color at Valentino and Alberta Ferretti in particular. So I think for this trend, any maxi dress will work. I've got lots of different maxi dresses. I don't happen to have any sheer ones, but you know, if you're really feeling that, you could totally pick up a sheer maxi dress for the season. So that wraps up the spring and summer 2021 trends. And I'm really excited to play around with some of these trends, and I hope you guys are too. And I really hope that it was helpful for me to share the runway looks of these trends and how I would translate it into a more wearable, everyday look that I've pulled from my closet. Please be sure to let me know down in the comments if that's a good idea, if I should continue doing that for these types of videos. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye!